This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Aloha Friday, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of INC Radio Hawaii Pacific. I'm so happy to be here again with Sister Alyssa again. You get to have us second time
In a row.
in a row. Thank you for tuning in. For those who are returning viewers, thank you for tuning again, and thank you for those who are new here. Welcome back to the episode. I am not alone here. I already said her name, but sister, please introduce yourself.
Right. Thank you, Sister Janae. Hi, everyone. I'm Sister Alyssa Tawiwaga, the local congregation of Kunia. And right now is who?
Do not forget to comment down your hashtags.
And actually,
That's your
who competes.
but we are actually you only see close right now. But someone else on the other side of this call today. Brother, what's your name again? Please introduce yourself, local, and talk about yourself. Oh, brother.
I had to unmute myself. But aloha, everybody. My name is Brother Jordan Agustin from the local congregation of Kea'au. Hope that everybody's having a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening. Right now, it's 10 p.m. here in the District of Hawaii Pacific. So, yeah, hope everybody's having a good day. And, yeah, how are you guys doing?
Kuya. How about you?
Oh,
I'm doing good on this happy Aloha Friday here in our district.
I had a long day today.
Yeah, I'm pretty sleepy.
Yeah, it's okay. You know what though? I'm awake. Alive, awake, and ready for host today.
Awake, alert, and
with,
awesome.
Sister Alyssa and Brother Jordan. Brother Jordan's actually our guest. Probably you already know that because he introduced himself. But before we head into our actual topic for the evening, Sister Alyssa, would you like to read some comments?
Let me see.
Oh yes, I have it up.
Yes. Thank you very much. Alrighty. So we have a comment from Brother Mario Oka. He is watching from the Philippines. Hello, brother. I don't know what time it is there. What time is it?
I don't know what time. I think
Morning? Morning,
I think
afternoon?
it's morning.
Morning, afternoon?
Afternoon.
Yeah,
Oh, afternoon. It's 4:03 p.m. Oh, it's right there.
Oh,
It's right there. 4:03 p.m.
oh. Good afternoon, brother. Okay, what else do we have?
We have a comment from Kanoma Pascual. Happy Aloha Friday po. Hashtag WPH. And then we also have Dave Wilson. Good evening, everyone. Hashtag WHA. One was from White Pahu, and then the other was from
Wahiwa.
Wahiwa in the house. Oh, and hashtag WKU. Brother Kevin. Miss you, bro. Now, well, yeah, let's head into the topic of our. So the topic of our show tonight is about Brother Jordan and what he does for work. Brother Jordan, what is your current work or job position?
Yeah, so I guess just a little background on me because it's been a while, and a lot of things have changed, I guess, in my life. So a lot of people might know me as playing music. Back in the days, I can say that now because it's kind of long time already. But yeah, so I was playing music. I was a music teacher, and then I switched over to special education after that. And then I went to school in the Big Island. I graduated in 2023 in administration of justice. And after that, I got a job. Well, I got married. I got married, and then I got a job with the county of Hawaii here on the Big Island, and now I work kind of almost hand in hand with the courts, but I work in the Department of Corrections now as a pretrial officer. And I'm kind of using my degree that I studied so long and hard for 1 year. Nah, but yeah, I'm using my degree in administration of justice, and my title is called a pretrial officer, or human services professional slash pretrial officer. And basically, what we do in that field is we see people who have allegedly, right, because proven they're innocent until proven guilty. So people who allegedly commit crimes, and we write recommendations to the court, and the recommendation can either be for them to be released on their own recognizance, or to be released on supervised release, or to have their bail maintained, which pretty much means that they're still viewed as a threat to the community, and they stay in jail pretty much. Oh, voice crack. But yeah, so it's kind of a serious job, because we are writing to the courts and to the judges and stuff like that. So we have to look into the person's like criminal history, if they have stuff in Hawaii or if they have stuff in the mainland too. So also a part of my job is that we go to the detention facilities at the police station, and because that's where when they get arrested they get held over there before they go to court. So, or while they're pending investigations. So we go over there and we see who's eligible to apply for supervised release, and we basically interview them. We get their information so that we can look them up and write a proper recommendation for them. So yeah, it's an interesting job. Um, you see a lot of people. Well, I see a lot of people that are kind of on the news, especially here on the Big Island, and it's interesting, and it makes me realize how much things are going on around the island without us noticing, and it brings a lot of awareness to me, and um, it's not. I mean, it's kind of alarming. It kind of makes me think like how dangerous it can be out there, but at the same time, it's I'm not really too worried at the same time because we're always protected by God. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of my job. We also do supervision too. We can go into that later.
That is a lot.
There's a lot to process.
Yeah.
With.
Yeah. I mean, not sure if you said this earlier, but how was that process after graduating in 2023 um, until you got the job? Like, how was that process? Was it hard? Was it, because I know a lot of people, they struggle to get jobs within their degree after they graduate. Was there some kind of internship or something similar to that?
No, actually, there's no internship. I think the requirement was just to have a degree from a baccalaureate, college. And I think like a certain amount of credits in like social work or justice, stuff like that. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. actually the requirements. I think the longest part of it all was just the hiring process itself. Because with the state, it kind of takes a while.
Yeah.
Um, it took like, I think for me, almost 6 months for like all my paperwork to get approved. Um, and then after that, when you finally get hired, you start working, and then there's like a 6 months probation period. And then after that, after the 6 months, you become a permanent employee, a permanent civil employee with the state. And then after that, you get another 6 months so that you can like level up in your position. So yeah.
So that is that if I did my math correctly, that's like 18 months a year.
Um,
Almost over a year.
I
kind
took
of,
it,
yeah.
yeah, because yeah.
Yeah, so during those 6 months when I was just waiting around, I was still at my old job. So I was still working, and because it's expensive out here, so we gotta work all the time.
Yeah,
So
legit.
uh
Oh no.
yeah.
So seeing that you have so many responsibilities, talking about your current work or job and your job position. So sorry. What does your day to day look like? Is it different every day? Is it usually the same?
Um it kind of changes sometimes, to be honest, because there's some weeks where I gotta get up a little bit earlier. So a normal day is like 7:45 to 4:30 p.m. That's like a normal work day. But there are some weeks where I gotta start at 6 and then power by 2:45, which is nice. That was this week for me. So the weeks that we start at 6 a.m. are the weeks that we gotta go to the jail and interview those guys in the morning, like first thing in the morning. Um, and then yeah, so it's a little different, and every day is a different like crime that happens, kind of. So you're kind of always on your toes. Yeah, it's interesting to read what happened and like the narrative that the police officers write. It can be very graphic. Um, if you have that personality, it can be like kind of funny too at the same time. But um, yeah, so it's different every day, I would say. um, because there's always a new case every day. Yeah, so yeah, it's interesting.
Do you enjoy having a different day every day?
Yeah, I wonder about that. Like something scary, something joyful, and then
Especially, yeah, 'cause I know people really want that, like the same thing every day.
mhm. Same routine.
Um, I would say I kind of enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot because I have super good coworkers. My supervisor is super cool, and she's very helpful. She's been in the field for like 10 plus years, so she kind of knows the ins and outs and like how to react around certain cases. There was one case that was like very, very graphic. I didn't work on that bail study though, that recommendation, but I remember reading it and I was like, I would not know how to recommend this guy, because we have to think unbiased. Yeah. No matter how graphic it is, we have to think that okay, this still isn't proven that he or she actually did it yet. So we have to think least restrictive is what my supervisor would think. And I mean would tell us. So we got to think that they're still innocent, and we have to think that um, I don't know. We kind of it's like kind of giving them a chance, kind of thing. But like, say for example, like this one guy, he did like a very like serious crime, but he didn't have any criminal history in the past. So we'd have to kind of consider like, okay, so this is his first time. I don't know. Let's say beating up somebody, for example. And he never did anything in the past. Maybe like a couple traffic tickets. That's it. So we'd have to take that into consideration and then kind of give him the proper like scoring, on our little, we have a scoring guide too that we got to go by.
Mhm.
You know? So yeah, and like so when they do, so they go to court, yeah. Um, the same day that we interview them, and after court, if they are granted supervised release, they have to check in with us at our office. So when I first started, I was like, oh man, like I'm gonna see these guys. They just came out of this, they just did something bad. But actually, when they come in, they're kind of scared, like because they don't know what's happening. Yeah, like they don't want to go back to, they don't want to get arrested again. So after a couple of days of seeing that, it's like, okay, I guess it's not too bad. Like I was thinking, like, oh, they probably gonna act up in here or something, but yeah, it actually wasn't too bad. I was like, oh, these guys are scared, like, and then it made me realize that we kind of have that authority type aura, is what the kids say nowadays, that aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like plenty of people was calling me sir and all that stuff. I was like, oh, cool. I feel so respected. But yeah, so they're scared when they come in because they don't want to go back. And I think that's a nice thing about it too. And it makes me feel kind of safer, and it makes me feel like more uh calm in a sense, that I can talk to them regularly. Even though probably did do whatever they got arrested for. Um, they're still humans, and we still gotta treat them as if the way I want to be treated. Yeah. So
Yes.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a lot of process too. It's like, this whole process is like, you gotta like check, what they did and like, figure it out if it's good or not, and like you have to prove it, especially if
It's definitely a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, Brother Jordan, like how did you manage the balance between work and your obligations as a church officer? Because you're a INC radio producer and host, you're in TSB, and you're also a deacon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's something new with me too. I became TSV and I became a deacon. I think with this job is a big blessing to me because the schedule is pretty. It's a good schedule, I would say. Um, so in KL we have 4 worship services in a week. So we have Thursday morning, 5:30 in the morning, and then 7:30 at night, and then Saturday afternoon at 6 p.m., and then Sunday morning 6 a.m. So I perform if I don't have to work at 6 a.m., um, I would perform the 5:30 worship service, and then the Sunday I always perform Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. So but the days that I do start at 6 a.m., I'm thankful that I'm able to switch to the Thursday afternoon worship service to perform. So that's always nice. And shout out to my uncle, because he's always willing to switch with me to perform deacon if I gotta work in the morning. Yeah, so like so if I perform 5:30 in the morning, I'll bring my clothes and like my lunch and stuff to the chapel, and I'll change at the chapel and go straight to work, so we can beat traffic too. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. So and then just for INC Radio, I'm always available to help with whatever, writing rundowns or facilitating or answering questions for whoever.
Hmm.
uh, and it's I'm thankful that my job is not so strenuous. I'm at a desk all day. I probably gained plenty of weight from that, but um yeah, I'm just at my desk. Sometimes it can get kind of hectic at work too, but um whenever I have that time to kind of just sit at my desk and catch up on other things, I'll do that. So yeah, that's kind of how I balance things. Sometimes there is no balance. I'll put church first. Um,
Hmm.
whenever I have to. So no question about that. So yeah.
So I have never been to Ireland or Hawaii or
What?
either. I've been to only Maui.
Okay, okay,
So
that
that's
correct island. Correct island. Sorry, Brother Jordan.
she's from Maui, guys. Actually she's so you see her in Big Island, Maui.
Oh, only big island.
So Clea Jordan, like, how long is the drive from the chapel to like your workplace? Like, estimated.
Um, from from the chapel to my workplace. Well, if there's like plenty traffic, um, wow, it takes a while, like 45 minutes, I would say. 40 to 45 minutes, yeah. If traffic is nuts and if it's like raining hard. But on the days that there aren't that, summertime, there's no school, there's no cars on the road,
That's
takes
the
like 20,
best.
like yeah, takes like 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, along
From,
with during the
from-
summers.
It's
yeah.
okay.
I was so sad because I would go to campus in the summer. And it was like 30-minute drive from Eva, and then school started, and then
It's like 2 hours.
it's like almost 2 hours, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, gotta get back, gotta get used to it
Lucky
again.
you live on Big Island, Clea.
Yeah, that's the thing that I don't miss about Oahu is that the traffic is just so nuts. Like even over here, traffic is okay because it flows a lot still yet.
Mhm.
Like there's only one main highway, yeah. But the thing is, if there's an accident on that highway, that's it already. Like I mean, there's a lot of back roads that you can go to too, but a lot of the roads are not developed yet too, especially on the way home from Hilo going to my house. There's a lot of back roads that you can take, but they're not like it's all gravel kind, you know what I mean? So
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, that's why there's a lot of trucks here with 4x4 and all that. So
So there's only one highway in Big Island? Is that what I
pretty
heard?
much. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's a big shocker to me. Because I would
But
not survive the drive.
I haven't
but
run the well, you say, but Big Island more or Hawaii Island? Because I know Hawaii Island is also
Mhm.
okay.
what was the question? Sorry.
Big Island you call it, or Hawaii Island. 'Cause I know
Um, I use both. But mostly just Big Island. The local locals here, they say Big Island more often
that was a
than
question. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. And for our next question, Kuya, like, how do you continue to grow, like, individually and together within your family?
One more time, you kind of choppy a little
Oh,
bit.
that's okay. You continue to grow individually and together with your family, if you can hear me.
Oh, how do I grow individually and together? Like with me and my wife?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we've been married for I don't even know, 8 months. Yeah, it's almost been a year. Yeah. Oh yeah, almost no, not 11 months already because we got married in October. Yeah, and it's September now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so I would say we're still getting the flow of things, I would say. But one thing that we do every night is before we sleep is we pray every night. Like we try not to miss our own nightly panatas. But um I would say that's kind of the main turning point of us growing in our relationship is making sure that we're supporting each other physically, financially, and most especially spiritually as well. So Jaya's always telling me like, "Hey, you gotta eat better. You gotta eat, you gotta
Oh,
exercise." And we both encourage because she goes running almost like
I
maybe
know.
like four
I
times a
see
week.
it a lot, and I'm like, maybe I should go for a run, but I don't run.
Yeah, yeah, I walk.
Me too. I
But
walk. Walk.
no, so she'll run like 6 7 miles sometimes. Like she'll be out there for a while. And And that's just her way of like, because she works long hours too. Yeah, like today, she left the house at like 8 o'clock, and she got back at 7. She changed fast kind, and then she went straight to the chapel to perform. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Thursdays are our long days too, because when we wake up early, like we get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get ready for the 5:30. Yeah. And then thankfully our house is like 7 minutes away from the chapel, so not too bad.
Oh, that's nice.
Um
That would be nice.
yeah, so we can like sleep in a little bit longer. But yeah, so yeah, so just kind of making sure that we're keeping ourselves accountable is how we're growing. And then even for like individually for myself, I try and make sure that I'm more organized with my time. Sometimes I find myself like doom scrolling out on my phone. So I kind of like limit myself, and then also the things that I eat, of course, as well, because Jaya's my wife is a dietitian, so she's always making me conscious of the things that I eat, um, which is nice. I don't know if it's working. Nah, it's working, but
Hey, the food
yeah,
you guys make though, it looks really good.
yeah. So that's the thing that she
Bro,
really,
I'm just
she
joking.
really, she encourages cooking at home, because when we buy groceries, we're preparing food for like the whole week, yeah.
Mhm.
Whereas if you always buy food outside, it's like, okay, so like you spend $20 on like one meal nowadays, yeah. Where you can spend like $20 at the grocery stores, you can get a couple things to make a couple meals, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
mean, inflation is kind of nuts nowadays, but you guys know what I mean, yeah. Like you can buy. So today, I seen one not sponsored, a Burger King receipt flew inside my truck, yeah, in the back. And I was like, oh, this is a receipt. I like see what this guy bought. So it was a Whopper meal, large Whopper meal for $18 was. And I was like, is it $18 now? Like, oh, I haven't been to Burger King in ages. So I'm like, oh, you can buy a bag of bread for like, was it now like $8?
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
like
Bucks.
ham and cheese, or like, even ground beef. 1 pound ground beef is what, like $6 already, yeah. So you can make, and then lettuces, you can get lettuce for like $3 now. Um, so you can make couple burgers out of that already, yeah. And then
Mhm.
you probably already have ketchup and mayo at home. So you know what I mean? Like that, and that's the things that Jaya kind of teaches me, is that to eat whole foods instead of processed foods
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So that's how she's kind of helping me grow as a individually as well, by telling me those kind of things, educating me about nutrition. And then for me too, like I do my best to educate her on, I guess, being aware of your surroundings, because nowadays I see, I read these kind of crimes that happens. So when she goes running, like I tell her like, hey, just be careful, watch out for weirdos out there. I don't know, I guess. Um, and then I bought her like one pepper spray too, I just in case.
Oh,
So hey, you never know, yeah, you never know. So yeah, yeah, that's kind of how we're growing together and individually.
Mhm.
nice.
That was so sweet.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's really important that I feel like in every episode,
mhm.
we always talk about how we always put God first, especially our
Mhm.
duties, especially we're married, always make sure we pray together. It's
Mhm.
always important to do that before we sleep or when we first wake up in the morning. Always important to do
Mhm. Every day of our lives, we should always pray to Almighty God, which is it's very important to to always know, because praying to Him, we are getting closer to Him
Mhm.
someday. And with that, Cleo Jordan, like, what advice would you give to especially the young ones? Not not within, like, your career and stuff. Well, actually, sorry, let me rephrase that. Within your career, like, what advice would you give to them? And also, like, spiritually, and like, things that they should know.
Um, I would say if you're looking for, um, well, on the professional side, I would say do your best to try and start early to look for something that you want to do your whole life. Because for me, like, bro, I started late. Like, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed this work, especially with the state. um, a lot of people say that the state employees are kind of spoiled because the benefits are pretty good, not gonna lie.
Yeah, they
But
are.
the pay
Benefits.
isn't yeah, the pay isn't as high as like, private entities and all that stuff. But I think you just gotta look at it in the long run. Ultimately the choice is up to you. If you want to work for private or you want to, even start your own business, by all means. Um, whatever you have a passion for, whatever you feel is right for you, I would say start early. Um, pray about it, of course. Ask God for signs, which one is better for you.
Mhm.
Uh, because I went in different avenues to myself, and I think this one specifically that I'm in now was a big blessing for me. I kept asking for signs. I asked for guidance and wisdom to see what would be the best for me and my future family. So yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the one, that, well, I mean, obviously it is it because I have it now, but it's just nice to see the things that you manifest in your head come into reality. Yeah.
Definitely.
By means of prayer and just realizing that the things you have now is what you prayed for before.
Yes,
And
I love that. I love that
yeah,
too.
yeah. And it's also the things that other people pray for too, and you have it.
Mhm.
So you got to be thankful that some people don't have what you have. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it might not be material. It can be, even like personality wise. Like some people are just grouchy all the time. Yeah. And maybe they're praying, maybe, or some people are depressed and maybe they're praying to be happy in some way. So I think, yeah, when it comes to, that kind of stuff, is just to kind of be reflective of what you want. Stick to it, because speaking out of experience, is jumping around any kind is kind of tiring.
Mhm.
But also sticking with one thing can be tiring too and boring. But I think it'll pay off in the end, I think too. It's nice to get experience in other things. Like I'm glad that I have experience in other things. Um, but I think that kind of wore me out personally. It's different for everybody, yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think once you finally find that groove of that one thing you want to do, then try and stick with it. Find a good support system. I'm glad that my wife is a very good support system, even from before. Actually, she's the reason why I went back to school from like a long time ago. Because I was like, when we were dating, I wasn't, when we first started dating, I wasn't in school, and then but she was. And she was like, "You don't want to get like a degree so you have something." And
Mhm.
then I was like, "You know what? Okay, I'll go back to school." So I went back to school for my associates, yeah, and then I got that. And then I was like, I don't know, maybe I should do more. And that was my own thought. And she encouraged it. She was like, "Yeah, why don't you do it? Like, there's no harm in learning more."
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing too, you guys. Like, I went late. I went back to get my bachelor's late. I'm 33 now, and I got it last year. So it's never too late. I mean, for some people it might be, but try and knock that mentality out. Yeah, so you can do it if you really put your mind to it.
Mhm.
Um, and there's a lot of resources now that you can use online to help you with school. I'm not saying go cheat, but
No. Yeah.
yeah. Don't cheat, but use it to help you learn.
Mhm.
Uh, and retain information. So that's what I did. I'm thankful that technology is ever so evolving nowadays. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just stick with it. Start as early as you can, and be prayerful and hopeful at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy what you said, brother Kuya, Kuya Jordan, brother. I feel like to piggyback off of that, definitely trusting the process too. Like you got your associates, and then you said you started in music, and now you ended up in social work. definitely trusting the process ties in together with praying and make sure you're staying consistent with that because like I thought I was going to vet school. No.
Oh.
Went to grad school instead. And then sometimes like you just gotta trust the process, even though it doesn't feel like anything is happening in your life. You kind of just gotta take a step back and reflect to see what God has given you and what God has blessed you with.
And try like to open up to more options, especially
Yes,
like what
being
you said,
open-minded.
like what you said earlier, Chloe Jordan. Like sometimes it just difference like who you are as a person. Like if you're just doing one thing for yourself, you might get bored of it. So like you just want to keep yourself more open minded to other things. Like I'm in college right now, and I'm just like rethinking my choices.
And that's okay because you never know what will happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. You know what? And one last thing for me. If you feel stuck on something too, like if say like for me, like at first when I fresh out of high school, I went to get my degree in teaching actually. Um Wait, I don't know. I mean I got one music teacher job without the degree. So I think that was God's way of saying like, hey, okay, you asked for it, here it is. But I got tired of it because I think if I stuck with it, I wouldn't be tired of it. But at the same time, everything shapes you um to where you are today, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Whatever you go through, will help you shape you for a better person for in the future. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
yeah, don't be scared to start new things, but at the same time, kind of stick with something you're passionate about too. Yeah. Like for me, I still play music from time to time because I love music. Um, so yeah, it's just something to do on the side. Keeps me sane. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, sorry.
Oh, no worries. Keep going.
That's all good. That's all good. Say what
We'll
you
we'll talk after. We'll talk later.
So thank you, Brother Jordan, for being our guest for today and host. Wink.
And yeah,
Host too.
second host today.
Three hosts.
Yeah.
And next special guest. So thank you so much for joining us today, but do not leave yet because we still have a few more things to say. So we are gonna do a commemoration to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. So this week on September 7th, we celebrate the 16th years of the dynamic leadership of our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. To our dear brother, thank you for all that you have done to lead the Church of Christ to its many victories. We will remain steadfast in our faith and continue to support, I'm so sorry, I'm stuttering, the endeavors of the church administration as we journey together towards our salvation. Above all, we give thanks to our Almighty God for the continually guiding and blessing the leadership of Brother Eduardo and for granting us the opportunity to remain united in our faith. So thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for all that you've done. And sister?
And I actually won't be doing the closing remarks. We got because Brother Jordan, special guest, special guest, and host. We'll let him do it for today.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay, so I haven't done this in a while, but yeah, we'd like to say one more time a special thanks to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. And once again, thank you for these years of your dynamic leadership. And we also like to thank our deputy executive minister, Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo. And we'd also like to thank our district minister, Brother Jem H. Bayetan, our assistant district minister, Brother Adora Apostol, and our CFO overseer, Ka Brandon Pacheco. So thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate your time.
Oh, that is it.
That is it.
For this episode of Hawaii Pacific. Thank you for tuning in. Happy Aloha Friday, and see you next week.
Aloha. Thank you.